Let's talk travel because one of the biggest hubs impacted by this winter storm coming in, multiple airlines set to see significant delays. Travel could become hazardous as winter warnings and extreme cold is expected to settle in. Ricky Smith, the general manager of Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport, joins me now with an update on how the airport is faring. I mean, I know, Ricky, you guys have been preparing for this. Here we are 2 weekends in a row with some winter weather threatening.
Yeah, so good afternoon, Jen. Yeah, so we've been preparing for this for the last, I'll say, month or so. A couple of months. Last week was a dress rehearsal for us, and we did very well there. The guys are prepared for what's coming this weekend. We haven't gotten as much precipitation as we prepared for, but we pre-treated the runways and the taxiways and the roadways. We're fully staffed. Our airline partners, our TSA partners, and others in the airport are fully staffed. But traffic is a little slow inside the terminal right now. We're waiting for conditions to change, and our guys are prepared to go out and do whatever we have to do to keep the runways open and safe.
Absolutely. Just looking at the current conditions right now in Atlanta, those flakes have started to fly. But you do have over 500 cancellations. Of course, that's the airlines that are taking those precautions and keeping those flights grounded. For passengers that are coming through Atlanta, what's your message to them? How can they be taken best care of as they're sitting there in the ATL?
Yeah, so we have almost 600 cancellations, 591 to be exact, and then another 149 delays. And so we're encouraging passengers to call your airline, reach out to your airline before you come to the airport. You can always go to atl.com and get update on the status of our facilities. But we're asking you to be cautious and please reach out to your airline before coming to the airport.
Absolutely. So, Ricky, what lessons were learned from last week's winter weather? I mean, you said that you guys, it's kind of the dress rehearsal. Now that we've got, more snow that's started to fall, do you think that there was anything that you guys have done differently going into today?
Well, each storm is like a fingerprint. They're all different, and so we have to take different approaches to each storm. However, we don't get as much weather here in this region as some other airports. And so for us, a lot of what we achieved last week was confidence. And so our guys are more confident in terms of operating the new multifunctional equipment that we have. We brought on some contractual partners to work with us, and so our collaboration with them has been refined. And so I would say confidence is probably the improvement that we have over the last winter operation.
All right. I'd love to see that. I know you've got, passengers that would love to get to their destinations, but safety comes first, as always. Appreciate you coming on to chat with us this afternoon. General Manager of Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport, one of the busiest in the world. Ricky Smith, thanks for coming on Fox Weather today.